What if I told you there's a predator on Earth that doesn't need to chase you, doesn't need to outrun you, and doesn't even need to kill you right away? Because the moment it bites you, the outcome has already been decided. Not instantly, not violently, but slowly, quietly, and almost inevitably. This isn't something pulled from a horror movie or a prehistoric legend. It's real, it's alive today. At first glance, it doesn't look terrifying. It looks slow, heavy, almost lazy. Like it has no urgency at all. And it exists on a handful of remote islands in Indonesia. This is the Komodo dragon. And despite looking like just a large, slow-moving lizard, it is one of the most unsettling and efficient predators on the planet. Its body drags across the ground, its thick tail swaying behind it. Its tongue flicks in and out like it's simply tasting the air, not hunting anything. If you saw one from a distance, you might think, I could outrun that. And maybe for a moment, you could. But that's not how this animal wins. It doesn't have the explosive speed of a cheetah or the overwhelming power of a lion. Instead, it moves with a kind of heavy, dragging motion. But that's exactly where most people misunderstand what makes the Komodo dragon so dangerous, because this animal is not built to win a chase. It is built to win over time. The Komodo dragon is the largest lizard species alive today, capable of reaching lengths of up to 10 feet and weighing more than 150 pounds, about the size of a grown man laid out on the ground, but built like solid muscle. The Komodo dragon has been around for millions of years, not hundreds, not thousands, millions. This animal was already walking the earth before humans existed, before the first cities were built, before the pyramids. It was alive before. This animal was already here long before the Roman Empire began in 27 BC, long before paper was invented in 105 AD, and even before humans began to understand electricity in 1752. While civilizations were rising and falling, this thing was already walking the earth, unchanged. But that's not even the craziest part, because while the Komodo dragon itself has been around for about 4 million years, the group it comes from, ancient monitor lizards, has existed for over 100 million years, tracing back to the age of dinosaurs. That means its ancestors were alive. Not metaphorically, not kind of related, actually alive, on the same planet, at the same time. While creatures like Tyrannosaurus rex, Triceratops, Velociraptors, and early birds like Archaeopteryx were walking the earth. Early versions of this animal's family were already here too. And while those animals disappeared, this one didn't. It stayed, adapted, refined, and millions of years later, it's still here, unchanged, surviving a world that couldn't survive itself. However, its size alone is not what makes it such a successful predator. What truly sets it apart is its method of killing, which is less about immediate force and more about delayed inevitability. For many years, scientists believed that Komodo dragons relied on the bacteria in their mouths to kill prey, suggesting that their saliva was so contaminated with harmful microbes that a single bite would lead to fatal infection. While there is some truth to the presence of bacteria, this explanation turned out to be incomplete. What researchers eventually discovered was far more precise and far more disturbing. Komodo dragons possess venom glands. This venom doesn't act like the venom of a snake, which is designed to immobilize prey quickly. Instead, Komodo dragon venom works by disrupting the body's ability to function over time. It contains compounds that prevent blood from clotting, meaning that once a wound is inflicted, it continues to bleed. It also lowers blood pressure and induces shock, gradually weakening the victim. The result is not an immediate collapse, but a slow, steady decline. A prey animal that has been bitten might initially escape, running away with what appears to be its life intact. But internally, the process has already begun. Blood loss continues, strength diminishes, and the body begins to fail. What makes this strategy particularly unsettling is what the Komodo dragon does next. It doesn't pursue its prey in a frantic chase. It doesn't rush in for a second attack. Instead, it simply allows the prey to leave. At first, this might seem like a missed opportunity, as though the predator has failed, but in reality, this is the plan. The Komodo dragon understands, in a biological sense, that the prey is already compromised. It doesn't need to waste energy chasing something that is going to collapse on its own. Instead, it follows. After the bite, it tracks its prey for hours or even days, using smell alone, until the animal becomes too weak to keep going. This is where the Komodo dragon's sense of smell becomes critical. Using its forked tongue, it collects scent particles from the air and transfers them to a specialized organ in the roof of its mouth. This allows it to detect and track scents with incredible accuracy, including the smell of blood from miles away. Even if the prey runs far beyond the dragon's immediate line of sight, it doesn't matter. The scent trail remains, and the dragon follows it slowly, conserving energy the entire time. It will locate the weakened or dead animal and feed. This approach turns the hunt into something less like a chase and more like a countdown. From the moment of the bite, the outcome is already in motion, and the Komodo dragon simply waits for time to do the work. This level of efficiency is rare among predators, many of which rely on speed, strength, or endurance to secure a kill. The Komodo dragon relies on patience, and in doing so, it minimizes risk while maximizing success. However, hunting is only one part of its survival strategy. Komodo dragons are also opportunistic scavengers, meaning they will readily consume animals that are already dead. Studies of their diet have revealed a wide range of prey, including deer, water buffalo, birds, and even other Komodo dragons. Cannibalism is a significant part of their behavior, especially in environments where food is limited. Adult dragons will not hesitate to consume smaller individuals, which creates a dangerous environment for the young. As a result, young Komodo dragons adopt a completely different lifestyle from the adults. Shortly after hatching, they climb into trees and spend much of their early life above ground, avoiding the larger dragons below. This arboreal phase is not a preference, but a necessity. On the ground, they would be vulnerable not just to other predators, but to their own species. This dynamic highlights the harsh reality of their ecosystem, where survival depends on avoiding threats from all directions. Despite these challenges, the Komodo dragon has remained remarkably successful as a species. One of the reasons for this is its ability to conserve energy. Unlike predators that must hunt frequently, Komodo dragons can survive for extended periods between meals. After consuming a large amount of food, they are capable of going days or even weeks without eating again. This ability reduces the need for constant hunting and allows them to endure in environments where food is not always readily available. Physically, they are well adapted to their role. Their skin is reinforced with small bone-like structures called osteoderms, which provide a form of natural armor. Their teeth are sharp and serrated, designed to tear through flesh efficiently. Their limbs, while not built for long-distance running, are powerful enough to deliver sudden bursts of speed when needed. All of these traits contribute to a predator that is not flashy, but highly effective. Komodo dragons are also part of an ancient lineage that has existed for millions of years. Their ancestors, large monitor lizards, have been around for over 4 million years, meaning this general form and strategy have persisted through significant changes in climate and ecosystem structure. While many species have come and gone, the Komodo dragon has remained, refining its approach rather than reinventing it. Adding to their uniqueness is their ability, in rare cases, to reproduce without a mate through a process known as parthenogenesis. This allows a female to produce offspring independently, a trait that can be advantageous in isolated environments where finding a partner may be difficult. While not common, it further demonstrates the adaptability of this species. Although humans are not typical prey, interactions between Komodo dragons and people have occurred, sometimes with serious consequences. In such cases, the danger lies not just in the initial attack, but in the effects that follow. The same venom that works on animal prey can also affect humans, leading to blood loss and systemic complications if not treated quickly. Geographically, Komodo dragons are limited to a small number of Indonesian islands, including Komodo, Rinca, Flores, and a few others. These environments are dry, rugged, and relatively isolated, which has allowed the dragons to establish themselves as the dominant predators without significant competition. In these ecosystems, they occupy the top of the food chain with no natural predators to challenge them. What makes the Komodo dragon particularly fascinating is not just its biology, but what it represents. It challenges the common idea that successful predators must be fast or aggressive. Instead, it demonstrates that patience, efficiency, and strategy can be just as powerful. It doesn't rush, it doesn't waste energy, and it doesn't rely on overwhelming force. It simply initiates a process and allows it to unfold. In a way, the Komodo dragon changes how we think about survival itself. It shows that dominance in nature is not always about speed or strength, but about understanding the most efficient path to an outcome. By minimizing effort and maximizing effectiveness, it has secured its place as one of the most unique predators on Earth. And that's what makes it so unsettling. Because unlike predators that rely on immediate violence, the Komodo dragon operates on a different timeline. From the outside, it may appear slow, even unremarkable. But beneath that calm exterior is a system that has been refined over millions of years, one that ensures that once it makes contact, the ending is already set in motion. Not instantly, not dramatically, but eventually.